Good morning, YouTube. Reseller Mom here with Tina, and today we are super excited to go over and start our June OA challenge. I'm trying to make sure all my buttons are selected correctly here. Good morning, Tina. How are you doing?
I'm very frustrated, as Lucy knows, and hopefully we're live in Facebook too. We just tried to link this to Facebook, but for whatever reason, my computer is blocking me from doing screen share. So I can share with all of you guys how we're going to start doing our OA challenge just using Walmart and Amazon as an example. So today, I guess I'm just going to talk about it since I can't share anything. So I am incredibly sorry.
Well, I think we should start with kind of the overall what to expect from this challenge, what
Yeah.
our goals are, etc. Do you want to
Yes.
start that, or do you
Yeah.
want me to? Okay.
So part of the June challenge here is for us all to find, no matter where you're at in your business, at least 30 new items that you can sell on Amazon, items that we would consider to be a replenishable item, something that is not from the sales rack or clearance or something that you luckily found it and it's a one-time deal and done, but items that you can continue to buy at full price. If you find it on clearance, great, but items that you can find full price and continue to sell month after month until that replenishable dries up. And the goal of doing this is to do it all online. With maybe a little bit of going into a retail store, but coming home and researching these items. Additionally, we're going to be learning a lot of other things too and have some special people talking to us, and not for trying to sell you tools and things like that, but just literally doing this, with what you already have, even if it's only your Amazon seller app. To find items. If you have Inventory Lab and Keepa, that's really all you need, and that's perfect. That's all I use. I'm not going to be using paid tools other than possibly my paid tool that's a calculator, and that's just for ease. And you don't even have to have that. And our goal is also talking about what extra you're wanting to make. So if right now your business is making 2,000 a month in sales, or if you're making 10,000 a month in sales currently, setting a goal and what that would mean for you daily in finding your replen. So, how many of that one replen you found that you would need to buy to reach those numbers. So I know I'm rambling, but that's kind of really what the goal of doing this challenge is right now, starting in June when it's slow for summer. It's such a great time to start finding replens before back to school and Q4 hits us.
Yes, definitely. So Tina has done an awesome job outlining a whole bunch of things that we are going to hit on, and I believe the gist of it is we are going to be going live a couple times during the week, doing live online sourcing on how to find replens. We will be going over everything from start to finish, reverse sourcing, starting at a store, taking pictures in a store, and then researching later. And she's got some amazing guests lined up for us. And we are also trying to stream both to her channel, my channel, and Facebook. For those of you on Facebook, I do have the comments up over here. I get to see Facebook user on this screen, but over here I do get to see names. So good morning, Marcy, Antoinette. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Yep.
If you guys have any very specific questions, please go ahead and post them now, and we will be able to work them in throughout the month of June. We will be doing very specific videos on things like using coupons or discount sites, etc., to help enhance your OA, how to address problems such as if a store cancels all your orders and you get flagged as a reseller, what are some things that you can do to curb that, and what to do if it happens to you, things like that. So did you want to go over some of your special guests?
Well, yeah. It's this video has totally derailed from what my original intention. Um, we do have a virtual assistant that I use on occasion. I don't use her all the time. I just use her when needed. And virtual assistants can be a full time employed person by you. Virtual assistants can be used when needed, like I will do. Um, and she is going to be joining us talking about her services. And she has something really exciting to share with everybody in the group that you really don't want to miss. And again, this is not sales pitchy stuff, I promise you, because I know this is what every other group does. And that's not my intention for this challenge. We also have two members of our Facebook group who have become friends of mine and Lucy's, a husband and wife. And they're very good at bookkeeping and finances for those that had used GoDaddy. This is kind of a sidebar off of the OA challenge, but I know some people have bookkeepers that you pay for, like I do, or use software, but other people had GoDaddy and need something a little bit more budget friendly. So the goal of this is to talk about all of these things. What can you do on a budget? Having a VA work for you on a budget if you should want one, and you could use them for 2 hours a week, or you could have somebody full time if you're a more scaled seller. I mean, this should fit everybody. You shouldn't have to have arrived at a certain number, a certain place to be able to have the benefits of things like bookkeepers. And then, as far as the OA part of this, which is the biggest part of what we're going to be doing, it's more for those of you that are maybe tired of driving around, spending so much money on gas and the foot traffic in and out of the stores and the scanning. I know for me, I like that to do sometimes for fun. But doing that as a daily grind to me got tired. I just really didn't find it fun going to store after store. I mean, it just got draining to me, and especially during the summer, because here in Las Vegas it's over 100 degrees, and it's like being in and out of my 100 plus car. It just wears you out. So I enjoy getting to shop online. So I want to basically walk you through how I do it, how I go back and forth between Amazon and the websites using Rakuten cashback, shopping at Greens using their coupons, all digital coupon stacking, not getting the Sunday paper and cutting out coupons unless you want to, Again, this doesn't have to be a one size fits all. You can pick and choose what you like and what speaks to your style. But the goal is for us to all add more revenue. I mean, ultimately, it's about getting our monthly numbers to grow from where we're at and finding, 30 new things this month, 30 new things to sell. With an ROI that will help you grow and things that you can hopefully continue to sell for the rest of this year. And then when we move into the holidays, adding those seasonal items on top of these replens, on top of what you're already doing, and just scale. We're going to go through some other seller stores. We're going to discuss items that you're selling now that are already doing good, and how can we expand on that, and maybe how you can grow that. We're going to talk about finding your first wholesale account and going through some wholesale list and seeing if we can't find a wholesaler to buy from. And you can use that to buy single products, possibly create bundles, should you so desire to learn how to do bundles. This is just really a challenge for the whole month of June to just grow and learn to prosper.
So Marcy mentioned that bookkeeping and inventory tricks and tips would be awesome for new sellers with limited capital. And that's exactly what we are kind of targeting at the beginning here. We want to go over beginner stuff, how to find your first replens, what to look for, how to look for them. And then by the end of the month, we will be going into making that contact for your wholesale, a wholesale contact, and how to develop those for people who are, at that stage of growth in their business.
Yeah, I just always feel that something learning like this should fit everybody's budget and fit fit you wherever you're at in your journey. If you're just starting out, or if you're like Lucy and I who've been selling longer, the same principles apply. These same principles apply from the beginning and continue. It's a matter of your numbers just get bigger, but the same principles apply. And I still do things on a budget. I mean, Lucy will tell you I advertise on a budget. And doing my advertising campaigns, I'm just a budget minded person. I always have been. I started with a budget book when I was just out of high school, and I budget my groceries, I budget what I spend on clothes. I like to keep things budget friendly. So what I've always liked about Lucy is Lucy's a bit more of a risk taker to me. She's very responsible, but she's just a little bit braver than I am. So I've learned to be braver and buy a little deeper now. And so that has helped me. And I got that from Lucy. Because I tend to be so much more cautious, like, oh, I'll just get 6. And she's like, what are you talking about? You sell 300 a month. I think you could buy 300 of these. So, I think her being a little bit more brave and me being a little bit more budget friendly, I think makes just a really great balance for us. And hopefully it will spill over in helping all of you as well. And I know I'm talking a lot more because poor Lucy has a sore throat today.
I do. I traveled this weekend back home and came home, and I've got a very bad sore throat. But it is not COVID, thank goodness. It's just everybody has this cold going around.
Yeah.
So I do not sound the best. Okay, well, if we don't have any other questions, was there anything else you wanted to do on this kind of beginning kickoff video?
I really apologize to all of you because I had every intent of all of us finding our first online replen today. But when we come on again this week, which we will come back on again this week, and we will definitely do that, I'm going to log on early with Lucy and get my Chrome browser to allow me to screen share. It was wanting me to do something in the settings and then reboot the computer, and we wouldn't have had time before we went live with all of you. So when we get back on this week, which what is today's? Are we Wednesday? When you work from home, I forget the days. Today is Wednesday. So Friday, Lucy, are we going to come back?
Yeah, definitely on Friday.
Okay, so Friday, everybody come back and we are going to do our first finding. Yeah, and I will make sure my screen share is working, and we will walk through starting to do some online arbitrage. Yeah.
I've got my web browser open. We can start with just things. Let me add it. Share screen. Let's see if I can do this.
And I'll still make sure my web browser or screen share works.
There we go. So I know you wanted to do Walmart and everything, but I always tell people when you are starting off, start with things around. Let's see if I can fix my camera there. Start with things around your house to scan, especially if you are brand new and you don't know how to read Keepa, you don't understand, you just don't know how to read all the numbers yet. I always say start with things around the house. So we will start with my hauls, and you can do this on the Amazon. You're going to scan usually with your app, but for today, we're just going to punch in the UPC codes. You could either do a description or you could do the UPC codes and just punch them in. Typically, I have a scanner, but you could do it the old school way. Let's see here if I punched it in right. Okay.
There's a 2-pack right there.
So let's say you were looking at hauls, and cold and flu stuff is amazing during Q4 as well. A lot of times you think about toys and everybody's about toys. Well, there's other things going on. You also have, anything winter related, ski related, cold and flu season, and it rolls right into workout season. So I am always on the lookout for any of these types of things. And when I'm looking at all of these types of items here, I'm going to be looking for multi-packs. I'm going to scroll down just a bit. It didn't really, I only punched up these guys. And this extension right here that shows me the rank is this one, DS Amazon Quick View for those that
And that's
are
free.
looking.
And that's a
Is it free?
free extension, I believe. Well, I
Eh,
have one that's free.
okay.
See, Lucy may pay for it, and I may have a free one. But
I
I'll
don't
definitely have
remember.
to look into that in case anyone needs an extension.
It's been
I have
on there for
several
so
free
long.
ones that I like.
Hmm. So obviously this one at 63,000 is pretty, would be the best rank, right? And then what I like to do is kind of go through and see, okay, well, the single pack we've got on Amazon Fresh for, where's the price? Oh, it's out of stock right now. Oh, out of stock
Even
means
better.
this would be a
I
good
like
one
out
to
of stock.
Yeah, out of stock
Means
is
you're out of
good.
stock. If it did good, that particular one, then then you're the only seller until other people start getting back in stock too.
Yeah, yeah. We've got a lot of things going on here. And then what I like to do is kind of scroll down because you will see, what other people also like. So there's a 180 pack going for $9. So you may not want to get the 80 pack if the 180 is more desirable for customers. I got hit with that a lot when I was doing OA lists is I would get, whatever the smaller pack size and not see that the larger pack size was a better value to the customer and sold, you know, 80 times more.
Yeah.
Um, you've got a lot of other throat lozenges here to go ahead and keep an eye out for. I have not ever sold traditional medicines before, but we've got other Hall's relief. And a lot of times, I don't see it on this one, but sometimes you'll see like the honey sold with the cherry, the top two flavors sold as a 2-pack, and those are really good to look out for too.
Yeah, always looking for bundles that other people have created. And sometimes, and I learned this from a different person, is that sometimes the ones that don't even have the best photo, like somebody just took it at home on their couch and didn't do the photo correctly, sometimes those end up being really good sellers on Amazon.
So what I will often do is find something, and we could just do, instead of this, do Hall's cough drops and see what the top sellers are. And
See,
we've
that's
got
a
that
unique
180 pack.
bundle that somebody did with the cherry ones, and then they put that blue, like those kind you get at the gas station, that blue. I think that's those like skinny packs like you throw in your purse. Yeah, that. That's interesting.
Plus bonus. I can't hardly see
It's
that.
those. It's like the whole like you would get if you're at the gas station or at 7-Eleven.
Mhm.
You know the little like candy bar size. I don't know what to call it. You know,
Yeah. So these are kind of a high on the count, 200 count. What would you think the price range? What would you be paying for this bundle?
you mean at Walmart?
Anywhere, what would your target price point be?
Well, I know a lot of people they try to find your target sales price to be a $20 sales to make money. If that's what you're asking me, like
No,
the
no, no.
average
Like my
price.
target would be to spend no more than $4 on this so that my profit is
Oh, okay.
$2.50.
I see what you're saying. I didn't understand what you were asking. Yes, I would agree. That's what I would do as well.
And the hauls are pretty good because you do find coupons and lots of deals and sales with hauls right here. So let's see if we can find cherry drops. And in this specific case, I would put in that and then 200. They were 200 packs. This might even be I was just going to say Sam's Club Costco thing.
Yeah, because it's a big bag of cough drops. So I mean, these people are getting that incredibly low cost. So they must have
Yeah.
a wholesales account or they found them at the end of season on clearance or something.
Mm-hmm. I don't even know if you could do hauls distributor.
Oh, Kelly's Gift. I know this vendor. I they don't have the bags because I have an account with this company.
Mm-hmm.
This
That's probably where
is
they're getting these
right
ones,
there.
though. I
And get
bet you.
that's where you get those, however
Yeah.
much they are. But yes.
I do
That
know.
at least is an account that you anybody could get a wholesale account with.
Okay,
So
that's a
then
good
there you
one.
could go. You could buy halls and you could use them to get ungated in what category is that um, for Amazon? What category is cough drops and stuff in? Because it's not exactly medical.
Hmm.
My brain is like short circuiting right now because it's not topicals. It's is it under health and beauty, maybe health and beauty.
I would say health. It's under health, but we've got some. We've got all sorts. Oh, these are back ordered. Back ordered. These guys are in stock. So these are the 12 count. So then this is when I would go back to Amazon and I would type in Paul's 12 count or 12 pack or something and see if you can find a variety pack of that. Let's see here. We've got pack of 3. And I don't know what the price point is because I don't have an account
Right.
to log in.
And there goes an example of what you said. There goes the blue and the red pack of halls, the two
Yeah.
flavors.
And this one looks really good. Now I know Sam's Club said what, $6.95, if you remember that price point.
Yeah, it was roughly about $7, so call it a $14 buy cost. So it's actually doesn't look like it's profitable.
Not at Sam's Club. This is
Right.
one where maybe you need to get it on a sale or something. And if you could get these 2 for $5 or 2 for $4, let's say if you could get them for $2 a piece, you'd be making 66% ROI, which would not be too bad there. We've got another Hall's Defense here. I wonder why the 12 counts aren't coming up.
What's in the search bar at the top of
I
Amazon?
put Hall's 12 count, 12 count, 12 count.
Hmm,
Yeah,
that is interesting.
because that's what they had here.
Yeah.
Let's go to clearance, see if there's anything in clearance. You were going to do Walmart. What's another store that?
Well, what I was going to do is try to find our first replen. And so how I like to go about it when I'm just have no product in mind at all,
Mhm,
because I'm trying to find something, and that's always all of our battles from day 1
mhm.
to day, right? 7 years later, it's like finding the product is always the biggest, lengthiest part of this business. And you may spend hours and find one thing. It's just the reality of it.
Yeah,
So what I like to do is go online as you would in the grocery store. So for instance, I will go to Walmart's website, and let's say today we're going to just shop barbecue sauce, right? Just like if you're in the grocery store and you're on the sauce aisle, we've got our ketchup, we've got our mustards, we've got our barbecue sauces, be it salad dressings. I pick one thing, just one. Otherwise, for me, my brain gets overwhelmed. It gets too busy, and it's like, and then I get lost. So if I hyper focus on a thing, like in this case, barbecue sauce, I then, like you are just doing, copy and paste a Sweet Baby Ray into Amazon. And now here we see some bundles, and maybe we'll have variety packs of different flavors of this barbecue sauce. Maybe we'll have one that's like this, say sweet and spicy and bourbon flavor and apricot flavor, and then I check them
there we
out
go.
to see if they're okay. So now you found, now we have our first bundle right here, and that took what, 1 minute? I mean, so it's not always that lucky, but um, so now we start from here. So if we see, like, bam, we just found something quickly where Lucy did at Safeway grocery store. The sauce is on sale this week. This bundle is profitable. Then my next step is, does it sell well? I would say by the ratings there at 102, it's going to tell me that it does. So now I'm looking at Keep Up. And this is how my brain works, you guys, when I'm doing this. First thing I see on here right away is Amazon is never on this listing. I love that. The second thing I see is that the price, for the most part, is stable. It dips down a little bit once we get to September, October, November. Well, because that's not barbecue season anymore, right?
People
So that's
clearancing
okay
out their
with me.
junk.
Right. And then I am looking at the sellers, and I see that the sellers are high, the sellers go low, the sellers get high, the sellers go low, all while still maintaining a good price point in the same area. So to me, just looking at this Keepa chart, this looks like a win to me. So now we just found a first replen.
And
Then the
it's,
way I move forward, the way my brain works is, well, if this one flavor of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce as a 2-pack sells well, now I want to look at all the other flavors and I want to see, can I find listings for those? Then the next step that I would move on to is whatever this flavor was, there's that 2-pack profitable listing, but is there a 3-pack that I can sell it on as well? Is there a single one that I can also sell it on? Is there, again, the flavors of Sweet Baby Ray that are maybe a 3-pack of 3 different flavors? And then right there, maybe in one day, I already exceeded my one replen for the day. I maybe now found 2, I maybe found 6. Then, if these stores are stores that you can order online, I don't know, because Lucy was at the grocery store site, if you have grocery delivery, or it may be worth it now for you to just drive to the grocery store to go buy those things. Now, how deep do we go? Right? Then that's the next question. So, when I test, depending on the Keepa chart, at the bottom of the Keepa chart, next time you go on a listing, Lucy, show them where Keepa shows you about how many sell a month, static. So it looks like 53 units a month.
well, that's just drops. We
It
got to,
drops.
yeah, that's dropping.
So,
It's not actual sales.
so when it drops, I believe that number generally can be double to triple. So that could sell what, 100 to 150 units a month. So we know that it sells really well. And just beginning, if you don't have all the tools to help you analyze how many the other sellers have in stock, because that's something else I often will consider if there's a lot of sellers and the buy box is not rotating, so we can get really deep in analyzing it. But this to me does look like a safe bet for you to buy 6 of these and test them out. And 6 was always my go-to before I learned how to deep dive and analyze what other sellers have.
I typically go with 3, but
Mhm.
it just depends on the thing. This one in particular, 36,000 in grocery is pretty decent, and we're going into the summer months.
Yes.
If I was testing this maybe in September, I might be a little bit more conservative because we're coming out of barbecue season.
Yeah.
But it just depends.
Right now is a great time for this stuff because Father's Day is around the corner, and barbecues always seem to like coincide with Father's Day, and kids are out of school, and so I just think barbecue sauce is a great category for everybody to maybe look into today. Think of ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise. Think of pickle relish. Think of all the things people are going to be having for barbecues. And the reason why I'm using food and this as an example for today is most everybody is not restricted. You're not needing to now get ungated so you can sell barbecue sauce, right? So I feel like this is a safe area for everybody to start with in finding your first replen. So the challenge for you, and post your stats in the Facebook group for me this week, and we will be back on Friday. But let me know how you're doing. Find 1 a day, maybe find 7 just on Saturday on the weekend if you're still working full time. Spend some time and try to find 7 replens in one day. And if you don't hit your goal, that's okay. But I mean, give it a good try.
We actually found 3 with just Baby Ray's, and this one is a little higher in grocery. It's over 50. I like to stay under 50 in grocery, but it still is profitable. I wouldn't go as deep. And each one of these is going to link you down. If you saw right here, like this is the next one I would try out. What is this? Honey mustard dipping sauce, pack of 2, going for 13. And I know that it's on sale at Safeway right now for $1.50 a piece. So I know a 3 to 13 ratio is going to be another find. So that's 4 bolos for today.
Yep.
And this one right here is profitable as well. You're spending 3 to get back 2. Grocery items typically are not taxed, and Safeway does not offer any tax exempt either, but they usually will. You're just going to have to go to the grocery store, and now you have at least four that are on your radar, and they may not have all 4 there, but some stores will. Some stores will have some won't. I don't remember all the ones that my Safeway carries.
And these aren't glass bottles, which is nice because I've sold
Mm-mm.
things that are in glass bottles. It's more prep work. And then you've got to figure in, the added cost of bubble wrap on those items. So I do
Now, do
like
you
the idea.
bubble wrap your barbecue?
No, when they're in plastic containers like that, I do not.
Okay. This one looks like something to watch out for. No sugar added is always good.
Yep, no sugar added, sugar free. Those are always things to look for. That looks like a two flavor pack right there.
Yeah, this one we got mild buffalo and
I
buffalo wing
love
sauce.
those kind of bundles.
131% ROI. It is 150,000 in rank though.
Yeah. And is it new listing? Is it just because it's
36 days.
right? See, there you go.
So
And
it's only been up for 36 days. I would only
mixed
get
sale.
maybe 3 of these. I mean,
Mhm.
this would be a very test the waters type of buy.
Yeah. So I think this is a great start, and this is exactly what I had in mind. So thank you, Lucy, that your computer could share the screen. And if anyone has any questions, let us know. Otherwise, I think that was it. That was what today's challenge and intro was.
Yes, we found several things that would work. Now you got to go
Mhm.
out and see if your Safeway has them. I think Safeway is pretty
Mhm.
national, right? It's Vaughn's down in Vegas.
Yeah, it used to be Safeway here, but now it's Bonds.
What is
And
it East
everybody
Coast?
has their own grocery stores, and you may have regional barbecue sauce. That's from where you live. I know Sean and Tiffany were recently traveling, and they were in Amish country, right? So maybe there's some really unique flavors to your region. Say like the Amish food would be, or I know when my husband lived in New Jersey, they sell like these certain kind of pickles and ketchup out there
Mhm.
because they
Yeah.
love hot dogs in the East Coast. It's a thing out there, and so there is brands of relish and mustards and ketchups that are regional. So keep those things in mind because somebody like my husband maybe wants that same relish, that he used to get back east because we do buy things back there that you cannot get out here and we
Mhm.
bring them home. So keep these things in mind when you're looking at your grocery stores.
Yep. So not only, I mean, that was just a taste of finding some bolos, and then we need to take it even more steps forward. If you do Rakuten, I hate that word.
Rakuten.
Rakuten, you will get cash back rewards. And then if you join Safeway, you're going to get Safeway rewards and you can get gas points. I'm always getting whatever 20 cents to up to $1 off of my gas because I purchase at the stores and that helps save. You could do discounted gift cards and of course you can do couponing too. My neighborhood just started a couponing group and they were like, is anybody interested? Yeah, yeah, because if you could get these for now $1 a piece, you can then get them for even cheaper. And that's how you make a good find even more.
Yeah. And I do want to say I did quick math this morning. And so I put it in my phone so I wouldn't forget. For me, um, I like personally my minimum ROI on there for when I'm finding things to be a 40%. Of course, obviously, my goal is 100% or more. If I spend four, I want my net take home to be four, and that's always my challenge. I will usually go as low as 40%, only because prices can take, and I want to leave wiggle room for price tankers. This is just to keep in mind for those that are maybe newer looking at this with your Amazon seller app, if you're only using your Amazon seller app to figure out the numbers. And then if you found 30 items and bought enough to net $166 per each replen that you found, that could be worth a $5,000 a month growth in your numbers once you got all those in, active, and sold. And I think that's really exciting.
Yes. Yeah, I have many replens that, some I make $50 a month on, some I make $200 a month on, and you just keep building those. And the more you have, the more you can guarantee your monthly income,
Yeah.
which is where I need to be.
Yep. So if you found net, when you're punching it in the Amazon calculator, what your profit is going to be on the things, and you found $166 worth of ROI per day and sold all of that, that's $5,000 you could add to your take home pay from Amazon. in 1 month. I think that's exciting. I mean, I like numbers like that.
Definitely, definitely. So go ahead and leave any comments, join the Facebook group. Let us know what you are interested in seeing so that we make sure we get that out to you this month. And yeah, leave all your comments and
Yeah, let us know
questions
if
down
you
below.
found something, and also let me know if you don't have any tools. I mean, because I don't know how new some of you are. If you only have the Amazon Seller app, because it helps me gear towards your needs. But if most everybody has Inventory Lab and Keepa, then that's really the best. That's really all you need. I don't use tactical arbitrage. I don't use any of those things. I don't buy lists. I don't buy leads. We can do this on our own, you guys.
Yeah, I have both bought leads and paid for OA lists and whatnot, and they're fine, and they do teach you a lot. They have their place, but doing the groundwork yourself usually results in better, more
Always,
sustainable replens.
always, always.
Yaya, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. How can we find
You're
coupons for major retailers like Walmart, Walgreens, and Target? We will be doing specific. That's like a video on its own. There's so many ways to get coupons. You can get them. You can buy them from the Sunday paper. You can buy them from groups. You can buy them from eBay. You can find them online. You can have extensions. There's apps. There's a whole lot of ways you can do coupons. The thing with the major retailers is they take the major brand coupons. So, um,
They do,
you don't.
and so if you're in the USA, obviously you can go in the store with your app of the store or your paper coupons. If you're outside of the USA, sourcing within the US, you definitely want to use like Walgreens. You can click coupons right on the Walgreens website, and same with some of the other stores or using Rakuten and cashback sites.
Mhm. All right. Well, thank you for joining us,
Yeah, thanks.
everybody, and we look forward to having a lot of great content and finding a lot of great finds this month.
Yep, and tune in again on Friday.
Yep. All right. Take care.
Bye.